Hi there, and welcome back to part 3 of this router table series build. I'm Marie from DIY Montreal, and if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Today we're going to look at the dust collection on this router table, and we're going to test that out to see how well it works, and I'm also going to show you a few things that you can do using a router table. If you haven't seen part 1 of this build where I build the tabletop and the fence, or part 2 in which I build the cabinet, be sure to check those out. So here's a look at the current dust collection set up on my router table. As you can see at the back of the cabinet, there's a 4-inch dust port. And if we circle around to the back side, there's that 4-inch port that feeds into this Y fitting here. And then that goes out to my dust collector. And then on the back side of the fence here, we have a 2.5-inch dust port that also feeds into the Y fitting, and they're both feeding out to that 4-inch hose. So we're going to do a few tests and see how this dust collection performs. Before turning the dust collection on, I'm making a few rabbits just to get a sense of how much dust the router makes. After only 4 passes, we can see that there's already lots of dust collecting on the tabletop. And opening up the cabinet, I can see that there's just as much dust inside. Alright, before firing up the dust collector for our test, I wanted to show you just how easy it is to change a bit with a router lift. I'm now switching over to a profiling bit, which is used to add a decorative edge, and can also be used as a roundover bit by lowering the bit in the table. Okay, so this time I'm turning on the dust collector before firing up the router. Just as before, I'm going to make 4 passes, going around on all 4 sides. Opening up the cabinet, I can see I have dust pooling in certain spots inside the cabinet. I also noted that the door is almost impossible to open with the dust collection running because of the suction, and this makes me think that the air isn't flowing well enough. So as a test, I'm going to shim the door open to allow more airflow and see if this can improve things. I repeated the same test, making 4 passes, and was happy to see that there was almost no dust in the cabinet. To create a more permanent airflow, I used a Forstner bit to make several holes in the back of the cabinet out of sight. Turning on my dust collection, I can see that there's definitely air moving through these holes, creating a nice airflow that should hopefully help move the dust more freely into the hose. When working with thin stock, it's a good idea to use feather boards to help hold the stock against the table and against the fence, as well as use push sticks to keep your fingers away from the bit. I'm making a variety of cuts to test the improved dust collection, including making a dado using this straight bit. Dados are known for creating lots of dust given that the fence is further away from the bit and can't capture as much dust. So I'm likely to get more dust falling down into the cabinet. I'm trying out one last cut before the big reveal, this time using the starter pin, which allows you to basically freehand without using your fence, which can be useful when you have a piece with curves in it. You get the idea, but clearly I need some more practice. Okay, now's the moment of truth. Almost no dust except for a speck here and there. Much better than before when the box was sealed too tightly and the air just wasn't able to flow. By simply adding some holes in the back, the suction is significantly improved. Alright, that's it for this video. If you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment below if you have any questions at all. And don't forget to watch part 1 and part 2 right here. Until next time, thanks for watching.